Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week ahead, whenever you're finding this. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this is for the week of October 13th through the 19th, 2025. So, Libra, what is in store for you this week? What is in store for Libra this week? Okay, so you had two messages from your spirit guides come out. The first one is trust. Okay, a situation may be calling for you to have some trust, have some faith. This says, while your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be the one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. So you're being asked not to go with your logic this week. Go with your heart. Go with your intuition, because there's something here that's pulling you out of your comfort zone, Libra, that feels very invigorating. I got the message. There is this card from the Romance Angels Oracle deck. It's called I think the title of it is Romantic Feelings, and the subtext says your feelings are real and worth exploring. Oh no, it was the Passion card. Your feelings are real and worth exploring, and that just came to my mind. I love how even when I don't have a deck out, like I can still pull cards from it if it just pops into my mind, you know. So there's this message here of like, it might not logically make any sense, but your feelings are very strong towards someone or something, and that is real. That is worth exploring, and you're just gonna have to have trust and have faith in exploring outside of your comfort zone and seeing what happens. And then you have the card Choices. Some of you guys may feel called to make a big choice in the direction of your heart, your dreams, and something outside of your comfort zone. When you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. Yeah. So it's like, there's a message here of like, don't just go along with the advice that your friends, your family, and everyone around you is giving. What is the advice within? Okay. Libra, a lot of you guys may be making a pretty big choice this week to go forward with something. It feels like a yes choice. Like, yes, I'm going to go forward with this. I'm going to step into the unknown. Like, I'm going to do this. All right. This could be like wanting to be in a committed relationship with somebody. This could be wanting to make a move. Like, yes, I'm going to make this move. Yes, I'm going to take this job. There's some sort of big yes that you are deciding for you, okay? And you're not listening to the people around you, what they want for you. You're making this choice for you, and it feels like an expansive, exciting choice that you're making, okay? It feels a little nerve-wracking, like I'm getting like your heart's beating fast. It's like, oh my gosh, am I crazy for doing this? Whatever, I'm taking the leap of faith. You know, that's what it feels like. First card out for you, Libra. Wow, the Lovers. Boom. Yes. This is such massive confirmation for everything I just said, because the Lovers shows a choice being made, a decision being made. And when it comes out upright, usually that choice is a yes choice. Yes, I'm going to explore this. I want to see what happens here. I want to, like, let's go for it, you know. This could be in love for a lot of you guys. I'm getting so many examples though. Could be in love. I'm also seeing some of you may be deciding like, yes, I'm gonna move. All right, there's some sort of opportunity to move. Somebody may have offered for you to move in with them. I'm seeing that, and you're saying yes to that. It feels so great, guys. Like, it's like, again, like, this is outside of your comfort zone. Like, if you lived in the same town your whole life, this is you saying, yeah, I'm going to move to a whole different country, a whole different city. If you've been single for a long time, this is like, you know what, I really like this person. I need to lock them down. I need to put a ring on that finger. You know what I mean? And it's you making that choice. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse right next to that. I don't know why I'm getting like giddy, like a giddy anticipation, heart beating fast, like just randomly smiling, like doing that pacing thing, like, oh my god, what am I doing? But like exciting, you know, the feeling from this reading is so exciting. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Oh my god. For a lot of you guys, this decision takes you from Two of Pentacles in reverse straight to the 10 of Pentacles. Okay? So like before saying yes to this, you could be in the Two of Pentacles reverse energy, where it's like you're just kind of, you know, scraping by, you're okay, you know, and then that takes you all the way to the 10 of Pentacles. This is like longevity. Okay, for example, if you're saying yes to a relationship, this person could be your future spouse. This could be the mother or father of your children. This could be somebody you live with for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Like, you're just making like a moderate yes choice right now, and it feels like, oh, this is kind of scary, but it's exciting. But it's like, you never know how big this can grow into. Like, if you say yes to a new job this week, for example, like, you could end up being the CEO of this company later down the line. You know what I mean? What I'm seeing is you're making a moderately big decision, but this decision is going to lead you to something so much bigger than what you're deciding on right now. Does that make sense? You know, like, if you're getting into a committed relationship, okay, yeah, you're just committed to a committed relationship right now, but this is your future spouse, you know? Yeah, I'll accept this living situation. Why not just move here? And it's like, you're going to own this property one day. You are going to live here for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? It's like massive. Right underneath that Lover's card, we have the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay, there could be some worries, concerns, fears that you're not communicating here. Make sure you're open with communication. Page of Cups upright. You're just going with your feeling. See, this combination, Page of Swords in reverse, right next to the Page of Cups upright. Again, this really confirms I'm not going with my logic. I'm going with my feelings. Like, I just feel excited about this. I keep daydreaming about it. I keep thinking about it. Even though logically it's insane to say yes to something like this, I'm doing it. And you know what? Sometimes that's just how it plays out. Like, yeah, it is kind of logically not going to make any sense to completely move to a brand new country where you don't know anybody. But that might be the best decision you make in your life. You never know. You know what I mean? Like, when you play it safe, and this is why it's important for you to listen to your own advice, because the people who love you will always kind of err on the side of giving you advice to keep you as safe as possible, to not stir the pot too much, you know? Like, if you ask your mother for advice, for example, she's probably going to say, don't move to that new country. Like, don't date this person who's so not what our family's like. Don't do anything that could possibly risk you dying, or like just not wanting to go into the unknown. I feel like everybody's parents are like that, honestly. It's a parent thing. You know, you want to keep your kid as safe as possible, and how you do that is by keeping them in their comfort zone as long as possible. You know what I mean? Same thing with your greatest loved ones, and we can't hold that against them. They're just trying to keep us safe. However, sometimes big risk brings big reward. Other times, big risk brings big trauma and chaos, you know, and failure. You never know until you explore it. And so it's like, you know that you're taking a big risk by doing this, but you just can't stop thinking about this, daydreaming about it, and so you're doing it. Final card out is the Tower. Oh my gosh. I'm not viewing this as a negative thing, though. I feel like people are going to be shocked. Like, this is shocking news to some people. Like, what? You're getting married? You were like a player your whole life. What do you mean you're getting married? You're moving across the country. You're moving to a new continent. You lived in the same hometown your whole entire life. What do you mean? So news of these developments, these choices that you're making, may come as a shock to some people. I'm just going to warn you about that now. Also, when you make big decisions for yourself, especially positive decisions, it really exposes who is for you and who is against you. Okay, like, for example, let's just say you get engaged this week and you're telling everyone about it, you're showing off your ring. Anybody who is like really jealous, bitter, resentful, or doesn't like you, they may try to plant some seeds of insecurity in your head, like, oh, well, good luck. 50% of marriages end in divorce, don't you know? You know what I mean? And it's like, so when you have these big, happy, exciting developments occurring in your life, it just, you know, be mindful of how people respond, and keep going with your gut, your intuition. I think you are also going to, there's something here about suddenness, sudden growth. There could be a quick moving development, like, oh, this is happening really quickly. There could be people speaking fear onto your situation, like, are you sure you want to move this quickly? Are you sure you want to make this decision? You know, things like that. So just keep going with your intuition, keep going with your heart, your gut, okay? You know, sometimes the Tower in readings can show really really what the Tower represents is your daily pattern and energy flow being disrupted generally. And oftentimes that means, when this comes out in a reading, like something's falling apart and it's like all consuming that it's falling apart. But sometimes it can be positive. Like you catch feelings for somebody and it just really becomes such a strong chemistry, a strong bond, like lightning striking through your whole aura, your whole body. It's like this person invigorates and excites you on a whole new level. And it's like completely, whatever this decision is that you're making, it's going to shatter your future path that you were on. Okay, and this isn't a bad thing. And it's going to put you onto a new timeline. Because the Tower is surrounded by the 10 of Pentacles and the Page of Cups upright specifically, I feel like this is going to put you on a timeline of wealth, family, longevity, having a legacy for yourself. So for example, let's just say your future plan was always, okay, I'm going to just work and I'm going to, I don't know, me and my best friend are going to fix up an old van and drive across the country. You know, maybe that was your life plan, but then you meet somebody and you're really romantically interested in them. And it's like they come into your life like this storm. And all of a sudden, now you're daydreaming a whole new reality for yourself. Well, now all of a sudden, I want to travel with this person and I want to, you know, maybe go on double dates instead of just hanging out with my best friend, you know, and maybe starting a family and this and that. And it's like your whole future path changes as a result of this chemistry that's walking into your life, this future path that you're saying yes to. And in that specific example, for example, like your best friend who you were building that van with, they may get jealous or happy. It depends on who they are. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to communicate here. There's a really massive decision being made this week. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of you guys, this could be love coming into your life, changing everything, you know, or some other big decision that leads you to love and leads you to happiness. So thank you so much for joining me, Libra. I am really happy for you guys. Keep trusting yourself. Use discernment when it comes to other people's advice. Watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you have not already. All right, thank you guys. I love you. Bye.